strange that a randy dog will hump a man's leg, trying to insert its seed into the non-consensual leg? Well, a man's leg looks nothing like another dog, yet they'll pee against a post, but not a man's leg. And a leg looks more like a post than it does another dog. Strange that, isn't it? Lovely day, sun's out, clouds are dispersing, robots are still fighting, and the best thing I can do today is make a video, probably the best video I've ever made, where I do lots of tidying up.
No!
I did finish yesterday's video off today with Marjorie there, and I'm going to be returning to this car quite a bit today, while I let my brain simmer on some ideas. But in the meantime, I've got a right tip in there. If you know me, then you'll know how much I struggle with keeping things tidy. And if you don't know me, you will have probably switched off by now and gone to the bathroom. Actually, no, I don't like the sound of that. Believe it or not, I have made a start, because I did have a box full of Rover 75 parts just there, and I've gone and put them away. Yes, put them away somewhere useful, somewhere they belong. If you want a window regulator, I am your man. If you want a lovely window regulator, I am your man. If you want the one that would Right, so some good bits of news. First of all, Project Nigel window stickers are going to be available quite soon. In fact, ready probably for the meetup that I'm about to organise in a couple of weeks. I need to organise this now rather than just say it's in a couple of weeks, because that's not enough information, is it? So that's the first bit of good news. And the second bit is that somebody's given me this massive tarpaulin, which I can make use of. But back to that first bit of really good news, it's Mr. Johnny Crook who's organised this. Yes, the lovely ginger garden gnome of a man who's I've only met once, but he's a splendid chap. See, I literally start the video and I'm back in this car again. That's how much I want this car to work. But actually I'm in it because I want to open the boot, because I want to put some more stuff in there. You see, I've discovered this has got a very dry boot, and a very dry boot is very good for things that could do with being kept dry. If I have a good tidy up, I'll be able to get rid of all this fluffy stuff that's come from the trees that keeps going in my cup of tea. Another piece of cardboard, ho ho ho, another piece of cardboard, ho ho. Not going to do that one. No, come on, leave it there. What a beautiful sky. Until over there it starts to get very angry. Very angry indeed. Someone's going to get wet. Well, it's into the afternoon. I've had some samosas, and now I've given myself a proper job to do. I'm basically going to check out the roadworthiness of this car. As it stands, it doesn't have an MOT, but what is getting in the way of it having one? That is the question. And it's a question I will endeavour to answer. It's an automatic, and that means I can drive it while holding my phone, provided I'm in the yard. Yeah, the news isn't good, I'm afraid. That's without any poking. Let's just touch it with my finger. It's all coming apart there. That's not good. That's not good at all, that. Carefully observe the car known as Alfred and spot the difference. Yep, it's now got some serpents on it. Yep, and the reason for that is I am having the Cosmos wheels. Good, I've always wanted a set of those, and those wheels are going to go on Alfie. I've not stolen or anything, I've done a deal with Turk. Now I'm just going to run the car up to temperature and make sure the fan kicks in and it all works and everything like that. Nice quiet engine though. How many cars can I fit down here really? If I was to move some stuff out of the way there, make sure there's no big gaps between the front and the back, like that, then this car, for example, would only come up to there. And that means 6. Hopefully it'll come up quite nice with a clean. Cosmos and chocolate sauce everywhere. I think it's time for a samosa break. Yeah, there is such a thing as a samosa break. There might not have been, but there is now. Well, now I've got them on, I'm not sure I like them as much as I thought. These are just, I've always liked these type of wheels, but I've never had Cosmos wheels, and I've always wanted them. I'm really rather undecided now. Plus these ones are in really nice condition, there's barely a curb mark on them. Those ones have got quite a few scuffs on them. Maybe I agree with Mr. Corrigan after all. Have you ever sent a piece of glass in the post? I have, and usually the way I do it is like that. You just wrap it up in some clear stuff, so it's not protected at all. It's just a piece of glass with some clear film over it. Do you think that's a good idea? I do. So the question is, will having different wheels on this car change the way it drives? It's not going to change it massively, but they are slightly bigger with different tyres on, and I did notice that one of these alloys is a bit of a buckle as well. I can barely see where I'm going because just had a new Mercedes behind me with its full beam on, and the driver didn't realise. Plus it was those bi-xenon headlamps as well, incredibly bright even in the daytime, and all I can see now is like white bits all over the place. It's quite, they don't need to be that bright, do they? They really don't. It's too much. Still not working properly. Still feels really weird. Too much. Too much as in having a great big Sunday dinner and then having another one, and then, you know, some cake, or having a proper, what you call a skinful, 15 pints of Stella or whatever it is that people have when they want a skinful, and then having another bottle of whiskey to top it off. That's too much. That level of too much. I'll let you know when I can see properly again. They're just a set of wheels. There's no real reason for them to feel that different. It doesn't. It feels exactly the same. But maybe when I get it on some fast bends or something, I'll be able to feel some sort of improvement because they're slightly bigger wheels, slightly wider. But anyway, that's enough of that fascinating story. So, bye-bye. good night, see you later, etc.